I've completed Resident Evil Requiem, thanks to NVIDIA and Capcom for giving me the opportunity to play this game early. And today, I'll be talking about this game, its graphics, story, overall setup, performance, and of course, my own experience with it. But don't worry, I got a plan. No spoilers here. I haven't used any game segments that reveal main characters, boss fights, or major moments. I want you to feel the game, not have it ruined. Just an honest breakdown, calm, controlled, and straight to the point. Trust me, this is how it's meant to be talked about. All right, so let me set the ground rules first. No spoilers, just the basic setup. There are two key characters at the heart of this story. The first is Grace Ashcroft, an FBI agent. The second is her mother, Alyssa Ashcroft, a journalist and a playable character from the Resident Evil Outbreak era. Years ago, Alyssa was murdered at the Wrenwood Hotel. Cold case, unfinished business. Now Grace returns to that very same hotel, not as a victim, not as a tourist, but to investigate what really happened. And on the other side, yeah, everyone's favorite, Leon. Bro is back in action. Leon now works with the DSO, the Department of Security Operations, and while investigating a series of murders, he crosses paths with Grace. Then there's Victor Gideon, a former Umbrella researcher. He's been operating out of the Roadsill Clinic, finishing his research in isolation. The man's obsessed, especially with the Alps and what lies beyond normal limits. Grace gets captured. Things spiral fast. Now it's Leon and Grace, trapped in the same nightmare with only one option left: escape. Along the way, they also come across a special child named Emily. She can't see, but her hearing is sharp enough to feel things before they happen. Silence isn't safe around her. It's a warning. And yeah, Raccoon City is back. The RPD too, just like you saw in the trailer. Familiar halls, old scars, new nightmares. And trust me, for longtime fans, there are a lot of surprises waiting down the road. I won't say what they are. Some things are better discovered the hard way. I won't go too deep into the story. All I'll say is this: it's decent, solid enough to keep you moving forward. Yeah, it does get a bit predictable at certain points, especially if you're someone who's played a lot of zombie games or watched too many zombie movies. You start seeing some turns coming. Not bad, just familiar. So look, gameplay-wise, both characters feel completely different, and that's why they deserve separate conversations, starting with Grace. She still feels like a kid in this world, low experience, underconfident, and honestly scared. And that fear isn't random. It comes from her past, from what happened to her at the Wrenwood Hotel. And obviously, she has almost no real experience fighting zombies. So yeah, at many points, she'll panic the moment she sees one. Sometimes she'll trip while running, and in complete silence, the scariest sound won't be the zombies. It'll be her own breathing and her teeth chattering. That's why her gameplay feels weak by design, not force-driven. Here, you rely more on stealth and strategy than raw combat. She gets very limited weapons, and early on, even her weapon handling feels shaky and unreliable. Every shot feels unsure. To balance this, the game introduces charms, which let you temporarily or permanently boost certain abilities, slowly helping her become more capable over time. It's not about power, it's about growth. By the way, the game itself recommends that you play Grace's sections in first person, because that's where the horror really hits harder. And you can feel it. The tension jumps instantly. The game smartly adjusts the camera on its own. First person during Grace's parts, and third person when you're playing as Leon. That said, you're not locked in. You can always jump into the settings and switch the camera view if you want. But honestly, Grace in first person just feels uncomfortable in the best way possible. And that's exactly what the game is going for. And now, on the other side, our boy Leon. After years of fighting zombies, the man has turned aggressive. For him, stealth doesn't even exist anymore. He walks straight up to zombies, empties bullets into them, cracks skulls with a hatchet, and slices them in half with a chainsaw. And the crazy part? He enjoys it now. His one-liners alone are enough to knock female gamers flat. Pure confidence, zero hesitation. Even his design and walking style feel heavier, sharper, more dangerous. You can see the experience in every step. And remember when Capcom said their women dev team paid special attention to Leon? Yeah, that effort shows. Clearly. I won't be showing Raccoon City clips here. But as the game moves forward, Leon's gameplay just keeps getting crazier. Everything you expect from a cinematic action game, it's all here. Yeah, there are a few puzzles here and there, but the main focus stays on action. Leon comes fully loaded, handguns, sniper rifles, machine guns, the whole arsenal. And when it comes to throwables, from grenades to gas cylinders, nothing's off the table. And honestly, it feels like this. Long-term Resident Evil fans who've followed Leon's journey from the very beginning are finally getting the fruit of patience. Years of waiting, years of watching him survive, change, and harden. Now on top of that, Leon's inventory space is way bigger. He can wear armor, his melee attacks hit hard, and overall he just feels built for combat. But there's a catch. He's carrying an infection, and to understand that, you'll have to play the story. Leon's segments are honestly so good that at times I've found myself rushing through Grace's parts, just so I could get back to playing as Leon. Not because her sections are bad, but because sometimes you just want to step in, lock in, and take down some zombies. Like previous Resident Evil games, this one is also divided into different sections, areas you're meant to explore, solve puzzles in, fight through, and somehow survive. Places like the Wrenwood Hotel, Road Silk Clinic, and Raccoon City all come into play. Just like how Resident Evil 2 had the Raccoon Police Department as Leon's core section, this time, Road Silk Clinic fills that role for Grace. Both characters get trapped there, and getting out isn't just progression, it's a life or death decision. The rest, I can't show the Raccoon City segments right now, but trust me, this city will instantly remind you of a post-apocalyptic world. You're completely alone in a destroyed city, trapped, and the only objective is to find a way out. Visually, it really feels like the devs put serious effort into this place. Everything's broken. Buildings are torn apart. There's no sign of life anywhere. That emptiness hits. That said, in a few places, you do find safe rooms, with typewriters where you can manually save your game. Small reliefs in a city that doesn't forgive mistakes. Every area comes with enemies that actually belong there. Basically, the people of that place, now turned into zombies. Some go down in 1 or 2 bullets. Others feel almost bulletproof. You keep shooting, and it barely slows them down. Then there are ones carrying massive melee weapons, dealing brutal damage if you get too close. Some zombies don't even stay dead. They mutate after dying and come back stronger. And a few act like throwers, grabbing other enemies and hurling them straight at you. On top of that, you'll face mini-bosses and full-on main bosses, the kind that actually take effort and planning to bring down. Like the trailer hinted, that creepy, terrifying woman. She doesn't just show up once, she stalks you relentlessly. At the end of the day, this is a AAA title. And for a game like that, graphics, optimization, and performance matter the most. And yeah, the visuals here are seriously high-end. The game looks stunning. But the good part, you're not forced to run everything on max. You can tweak the settings based on your PC specs and keep things optimized, whether you want better visuals or smoother performance. For example, if you want, you can even turn hair strands off. So now, let's come to the final conclusion. I'm not some hardcore, lifelong Resident Evil veteran, so judging purely from my limited experience, I genuinely loved this game. Let's be clear, this was a review copy, but even if I had bought it with my own money, I'd still say the same thing. It's worth every penny. The story works, and yeah, Capcom has clearly hidden a lot of nostalgic moments in here for longtime fans. That said, it's not perfect. Some puzzles feel a bit too easy, and the fact that there's no music in the safe rooms, that hurts the classic vibe. So no, I won't call it a masterpiece, but it is an awesome game, one that understands its fans and delivers what they've been waiting for. I definitely recommend it. Now you tell me, are you excited to play this or not? I'm heading out. Tahiti awaits. See you in the next video.